The Assyrian Empire did not collapse overnight. It collapsed screaming. Cities burned, governors rebelled, and the people, crushed by endless war and unbearable demands, slowly turned against their own rulers. While the kings of Assyria believed they still ruled the world, their empire was already rotting from the inside. This is the story of how fear created power, and how that same fear destroyed the Assyrian Empire. For generations, Assyria had ruled through terror. Its armies were feared across the ancient world. Its reputation alone was enough to break resistance before battles even began. But fear is a fragile foundation. As the empire expanded, so did its hunger. More land demanded more soldiers demanded more money, and more money demanded more from the people. Villages were emptied to feed endless wars. Families watched their sons march away, never to return. Fields were abandoned. Trade slowed. Hunger spread. The empire's economy was built on conquest. When conquest slowed, the system began to collapse. To survive, the state squeezed its own people harder. Taxes rose beyond what farmers could pay. Food shortages became common. Merchants lost faith in imperial protection. Hunger does something armies cannot. It destroys loyalty. The same fear that once kept the empire united now fueled resentment and anger. In distant provinces, governors began to question their loyalty. Why obey a king who demanded everything and offered nothing in return? Rebellions began quietly. A city refusing to send troops, a governor delaying taxes, a province ignoring royal orders. At first, the Assyrian court dismissed these signs. Rebellion was nothing new. Fear had always crushed resistance before, but this time was different. The empire was no longer fighting enemies beyond its borders. It was fighting itself. Inside the palace, trust collapsed. Officials betrayed one another. Rival factions competed for power. Assassinations and conspiracies became common. Former allies waited in silence, watching the empire weaken, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Assyria had ruled through terror for too long. Now that terror returned home. As internal chaos spread, external enemies moved closer. The Babylonians rose in the south. The Medes gathered strength in the east. Old rivals sensed blood in the water. The empire tried to respond. Armies were raised. Orders were given. Threats were issued. But the machine no longer worked. Soldiers deserted. Supplies failed to arrive. Commanders hesitated, unsure who they truly served. Fear could no longer hold the empire together. By the time the Assyrian kings realized what was happening, their greatest city stood alone. Nineveh, the heart of the empire, was surrounded. Its walls still stood. Its towers still rose above the land. But the empire behind them was already dead. The final collapse was inevitable.